Namaste, pranams. I am Nandhiji, and this moment is a moment of grace. The full moon, Deepam, the light on Arunachala mountain and Brahmarishi hills has been lit. Powerful moments of us coming together and to talk of a potent, life-changing, life-transforming thought, and that is our purpose, to know our purpose, to be empowered in knowing purpose. As we grow from a child into adulthood, our purpose keeps changing. We might not even know purpose. All of us go through the process each day. Some of us wake up at a very early age knowing our life purpose. And it's perfectly okay if we are not aware of our purpose. It's perfectly okay. But if we look in deeper into different layers of us, the immature being that we were or we are, that being, that person would have a different purpose than after waking up to understand why we are here in this human body, in this moment in time, in this collective moments of us together experiencing life and realities. So going back into this powerful word of purpose is having to look into our own self as when we were a kid, what we could have perhaps wished for. And as we grew up, ambitious, what we could have seen as what we wanted deep in our heart. And then comes the next dimension, which is understanding that the first purpose would be to be happy, to wake up, to understand that in the life journey, this moment, this very moment counts. And in this moment, if we know the duty of time, the duty behind breath is to be happy, that would be the starting point of our journey, of purpose, of knowing purpose. Now, I would like to relate this moment, this talk, to my personal story. And in my story is the time when, after my wake-up experience, as I started going deeper and deeper into myself, there came to be a time and moment when I was asking myself, now what? I felt happy because I felt I was complete, I was whole. But yet, I was not whole as yet. There was a vast void as to what was I to do beyond being in the state of euphoria and the journey within. And that's when I was in Tiruvannamalai, Arunachala mountains, and I was in the cave called Mango Tree Cave, where the guru of the cave, Janardana Swami, mentioned to me that he had his guru, who had not spoken for over 21 years, and two other of his guru's friends were together in that cave. And all the three had not spoken for over 20 years. So Janardana Swami the guru in the cave mentioned to me to go and reach out to his masters and ask anything I wish to. So I walked up to them and fell at their feet, and I said, Swamis, over here I feel peaceful and blissful. But downstairs in my human reality, it is war every day. It is so challenging. What is the form of yoga I need to be doing in relevance to my circumstances, war-like survival circumstances? And for a long time, there was silence. And then one of the sages broke his silence to speak to me. And what he said is so meaningful, even to this day. It was just beautiful flow of energy, of wisdom from him in so many ways. I could say that there were seeds plowed into me. And then he smiled and said, ask us for anything and we would grant it to you. We'd be happy to give it to you. So I thought for a while, and then I laughed and said, you are not going to be able to give me what I ask you for. So what's the point in me asking for it anyway? And they mentioned, no, anything is possible. Tomorrow we are walking all the way from South India, Tiruvannamalai, all the way up to the Himalayas. And then we'll be going around India and then coming back, all by walk. So anything that we would set our mind into will come true. So ask. So I said, okay, Swamis, I wish for the wisdom behind the silence. And they said, oh no, that you shouldn't be asking for. I said, that's the only thing I desire. And then they laughed and said, he said, now we know why we came here, why we opened ourselves up, and why we broke our silence, and why we are here. And I could feel a sense of energies coming through when they gave me their blessings. And then they said, now we have a gift for you, a gift for humanity, and through you. And that is Saivam Vetri. Saivam means oneness, consciousness. Vetri means victory. Saivam Vetri. And the moment they said Saivam Vetri, it woke me up. It woke me to understand and realize, woke me to remember my childhood dream, which was the Arivan vision. Save the life of all the retired animals, have sanctuaries, grow food, non-GMO food, which we are doing now, and address global hunger with the food, vegetarian food, while saving the life of all the aged animals. Now, this innermost blessing, the blessings of Saivam Vetri, woke me up to a grander reality, so many realities. And one of my other vision is the declaration of consciousness. If humanity awakens in consciousness, then we would have a society, so the global society of peace, love, abundance, harmony. Now, the word Saivam Vetri is also a mantra. Saivam is oneness. It also means sensitivity. It also means compassion. It also means the realization of the divine in each and every living being. Saivam is the oneness of it all. The one who is realized, the one who is woken up, will be victorious, Vetri. So, this mantra, Saivam Vetri, is a mantra we could mention, we could say within ourselves slowly. every day, every moment, when we are pondering what next, when we say Saivam Vetri, it's empowerment. Saivam Vetri, Saivam Vetri, Saivam Vetri, Saivam Vetri. So now, as we grow in life, as we mature out, what we seek also changes. What we see as a purpose too changes. The first important step towards understanding the vastness of ourselves is, as to why we are here, is to climb up through the layers of our mind and to climb up to being the spirit, having the human experience. So we would want to meditate. When we meditate, we begin to create the vast void space. And in the void space is the spirit beginning to see beyond the mind, beyond time, from timelessness. When we meditate, we connect into timelessness. When we connect into timelessness, we begin to understand and see the larger picture of who am I? That question, who am I, awakens us to understand we are the spirit having this human experience. And most important, we are in the power of now. So when we bring ourselves to the power of now, to come into the epicenter of our own innermost harmony, we begin to start seeing more clearly. The next is understanding timelessness and time. In other words, understanding the word patience and understanding the word now for action. Patience and action. This of timelessness and time is accomplished through the meditative mind and being patient, knowing that we are here to be happy first. And even if we are not able to know our purpose, our highest purpose right away, we know our purpose for now is to be happy. For now, it is to be able to delve in patience and to indulge in action. Now, it is as though the divine, the universe has been waiting for us to quieten down, to wait for the vast space within us to reveal to us what our purpose is. It might not be the whole picture, but it would definitely be the states of knowing where we are excited, our source of inspiration, what we really love in our heart, what completes us. We begin to start seeing the larger picture. We begin to start seeing the clarity, with clarity, the picture. And this might not happen immediately, might not happen in whole. It just might be in little flickers, but we know it true when our heart feels the states of joy. This relates to another story of Michelangelo. When Michelangelo was commissioned the Sistine Chapel, the painting of the entire walls of the Sistine, the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, it was after consideration over all his other contemporaries. And to get the job was a big thing. And yet when Michelangelo was handed over that job, to get done, he got frightened, he got scared. It's like being given something so huge and not knowing what to do about it. And he was so nervous and frightened that he actually ran away and he went into hiding. So an arrest warrant was issued on him to catch him and bring him. And here he was in hiding, wondering what next. And here at this moment was when one evening he saw the whole sky lit and the clouds taking form and shape. And through that he saw his vision, the painting to paint the Sistine Chapel. And the moment he saw that, he heads back and gets his project started. This is absolutes of normalcy. It's absolutes of a natural flow of how the vision unfolds to us. A part of us which is meditative, seeking to know, a part of us knowing that already, and yet seeking more clarity. As in my own personal experiences, as I unfold my purpose, which is especially the declaration of consciousness, I realize that I would need to understand the word patience from another dimension. And this dimension is how to incubate your vision, how to incubate our dream to bring it to reality. Of course, in the now, there is action, but sometimes, or most times, patience is absolutely required. So let's go into the story of Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi, when he had come to India from South Africa, there was India waiting to celebrate his arrival because much of India had heard about him. And when he came to India, he spent his first 2 years exploring India, taking a train, third class, and going through going through all the villages of India, talking to people, connecting to everyone, and understanding, yes, independence is needed. After the first few years of struggle, there came to be a time when he began to realize, he began to feel rather, that maybe the independence of India might not come. This was a time when he went into political wilderness. And that period of time, the political wilderness time, was for over 12 years. And during this particular period of time, there were many times when he was a bit pessimistic, but every day where he lived, he would hold the prayer meetings in the morning, early morning, and in the evening. In his book Prayers, he mentions that the only way to be able to resolve that which cannot be resolved is through prayers. So, when we as a yogi understand that the union of the divine cosmic, the cosmic divine union with us ourselves, the constancy of this union is prayers. The constancy of every breath in awareness, in mindfulness, is prayers. So, at each moment, know that we are in a meditative state, in the surrender of a thought of all the results of expectations, and we come into the now moment where we attain the flow. Each day, surrender that. Surrender the good, bad, and ugly to the prayers within. Most beautiful of this is letting go of the expectations of the tomorrow, of anxieties, of the past that has been holding us back, the future that is filled with maybe and maybe not. Let go into the moment. And when we go into our prayers deeper and deeper and deeper, slowly but surely, the universe as source responds to us in allowing us the grandness of the pathway to realizing our dreams. So when Mahatma Gandhi went into his wilderness and held on to his prayers, he writes that one day he woke up having a prophetic vision, and he knew it to be something so huge, and that was the Salt March. And in those days, what would have been the importance of the Salt March? Not so much, but yet it galvanized the entire nation to the resistance through salt making to resist the British Empire. And that set into motion the freedom struggle of India as a nation on its whole. Everyone joined into the momentum, and then freedom happened. It simply had to happen because the entire nation woke up. So what was the power behind that prophetic vision is, where are we receiving our thought from? The moment we begin to receive the light through seeking, we are allowing ourselves to receive the highest thoughts. We are allowing ourselves to see with clarity what we need to see. It is like traveling 1,000 miles, but first knowing that we don't have to see the entire 1,000 miles, but having to see the now as we drive the first mile or the first few miles. So in our journey to awakening of purposes, knowing the purpose from Saivam Vetri, that is, the spirit having the human experience, the spirit understands the oneness of it all, and the human experience is that which understands it is the spirit celebrating the human in states of joy, in states of happiness, creating that aura field of vibratory field of happiness to be ready to receive. And then when we seek our highest purpose, we are seeking it from the highest self to know what really is meant to be our heart's purpose. The moment we begin we awaken, now we receive the gifts that are unique for each of us. Each of us have something special. Each of us are masters in our own realities, our own unique realities, and that begins to shine. This talent, this genius within each one of us awakens to enable us to complete ourselves. And in the momentum of completing ourselves, we are fulfilling our highest purpose. So, how would we want to work our highest purpose? Writing is the first step from thought to manifestation. Write. Write it down in bundles of 6 points. Next, climb up to being the spirit by meditating. And the moment we see our vision, flip it slightly to the right side and start looking at the vision from the vast picture, and then start magnifying it and going down into the baby steps. And those baby steps are what we're going to write in bundles of 6. To be awakened purpose means to also be to come to the knowing. And once we've come to the knowing through clarity, we latch our mind into it and bring into that vision our passion. And that passion, the power of passion, is from the root chakra. So every inhale all the way from the roots and exhale through the spine and lengthen the spine, because the spine allows for quality thinking, clarity of thought and quality of thinking, along with passion. And focus, beyond all, is singularly important. And focus is the gift of being the yogi. So when we meditate every day, we could meditate either on the infinity, or on one single point, like a flame of a candle, a light. We are training our mind to be singular in focus. And when we are singular in focus, that which we seek manifests itself in ease. So passion, focus, the knowing brings our dreams to reality. And this is the power of purpose. And awake, we understand that our spirit is vast. We are the vast, immense beings. And being the vast, immense being, we unlock all our hidden talents. All our talent starts awakening. We begin to realize it's giving us states of joy. We begin to realize we are stepping into timelessness. And this states of timelessness and focus and passion is stepping into the yogic state of mind, the mind state Turiya. The mind state Turiya is capable. The mind state Turiya allows us to blossom and step into the timelessness where the past, present, and future is brought into singularity. This means our manifestation of realities is brought into ease. Now, sometimes we ask, why then is it that there is so much resistance to what is my purpose that I already know? Two ways in looking into it. St. Francis of Assisi would say, he would sing, brick by brick, day by day, build your dreams slowly. Now, in secret, don't, when we mention a dream without the corresponding action, it can get stuck in ego. We would instead want to do play our part each day in building a dream, building a vision, brick by brick, each with each day's effort, and we know our dreams are built. So this process of each day doing what we have to do and not even expecting the results and simply doing it and doing it because we know at the end this is our purpose, but we also know that this completes us. This gives us the states of joy and happiness and inspiration to do. So this of building the dream slowly is another beautiful dimension of awakening to purpose. Now, as we set ourselves into the momentum of doing, we want to tap into that which makes us undefeatable, and that is the flow. How is the flow attained? It's easy to fail, and failure is a very important part of our growth, because failure is like pruning. We get pruned up every day. Every with failure and failure and failure, we bounce back. But every time we fail, we grow again to come back. So accept failure as a chance to redo again and come back again and revise our planning, revise our strategy, and maybe even relook at our purpose. Failures, to accept failures, is to understand that we are growing, we are evolving. Accept failures and take a deep inhale, go within to bounce back. The next, we oftentimes react with what others are saying. We oftentimes try to see from outside from outside. Now, see everything from outside, including criticism, as meaningful to us to take the good out of. For instance, if someone criticizes us, look for the wisdom within that and allow it to pass, but take the wisdom. Take the wisdom of whatever we see as failure, whatever we see as criticism, whatever we see as it all, and let go, because ultimately it is between us and source. And completion of ourselves is completion of the greater realities that we are creating. So, divine beings, in the process of awakening to a purpose, know that the first step would be to awakening to happiness. It is our duty to be happy. It is our duty to be in the vibrant states, meditate, open the space. Next, understand every breath is conductive to happiness. Every breath from source to source. Every breath can magnify our thought. So every breath be in the mindfulness. Now, step into seeking clarity. And through meditation, through a mind, through the higher vibration, we will be shown what needs to be done, or whom we are. And from the I am, we begin to step into what am I here to do? Say the mantra, Saivam Vetri, Saivam Vetri, Saivam Vetri. Oneness triumphs, consciousness triumphs. And so from higher consciousness, when we seek our highest purpose, now we know we are the angelic in the human. Then, as we go through, connect to prayers. When we pray, when we go deeper into our prayers, we understand the I am is being the pillar of light. The I am is being the vastness of self. And in the realization of the vastness of self, we are served with profound wisdom, the wisdom of the angels, the wisdom of the higher, the source wisdom, the prophetic wisdom, the prophetic direction, the prophetic guidance. Now, when we align the human realities to dream with passion, intent, focus, and the knowing, we have completed ourselves. And in the process, we've lifted humanity and moved the frontiers of humanity while completing ourselves. So, in grace, in love, in joy, for each of us to awaken to a highest purpose and celebrate being whom we are as to why we are here as one, as in oneness. Om Namah Shivaya, divine beings. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.